Hey, what's going on, Fizz Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for taking time out of your week to see what's going on in the exciting world of soft drinks this week. We've got a bit of a rarity for you this week. As much as I love Mountain Dew and the million flavors that they have available, I wanted to take a break from that and try something a little different. This week we have a bit of a regional flavor that I have never heard of. This is MacFuddy Pepper Elixir. Apparently, it is a product of Michigan and it's been around since the 1940s. Now, I think it goes without saying that I'm a pretty big fan of your regional flavors. My favorite soda is from the North Carolina region, not a sponsor. So my dad actually found this for me and brought it to my attention. So in the spirit of Father's Day, which just passed, Happy Father's Day, Dad. Longtime Fizz followers may remember that I actually featured him on a live stream for Coke Plus Coffee back in 2019. The link to that stream is, of course, down in the description. He's been one of the biggest supporters of my work up to this point, so Dad, this one's for you. Now, like I said, up to this point, I had never heard of MacFuddy Pepper Elixir. When I first looked at it, I thought, okay, well, this may be like sort of like a Dr. Pepper clone or something to that effect. But no, I actually hit the Google machine to see what I was getting myself into, and apparently it is an original flavor. It is described as sort of a fruity flavor with a hot pepper aftertaste, and when I saw that, I was obviously intrigued. I'm a big fan of spicy food. I've got a whole collection of hot sauces, which is why I wanted to try Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot when it came out in April. Card above my head for that video. So without any further ado, I'm actually very interested to see what we're gonna find with this. You know what time it is. We're gonna go ahead and pop the cap off of here and we're gonna give it the old sniff test and see what our first impressions of that are. So usually with a glass bottle like this with a metal top, I'm always interested to see if you can actually twist it off by hand. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Okay, you cannot twist this off by hand, but thankfully we have our handy dandy Maryland Crab bottle opener. So let's go ahead and get that in here and pop the top open here. There we go. All right, let's give it the old sniff test and see what we find. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not a good sign. This smells like NyQuil. Yeah, this, not a good sign. This smells like NyQuil, which actually wouldn't surprise me because one of the things that it says right here on the label is cures timidness and satisfies the daring on the label here. I don't know if you can see that. Which implies that it's medicine. But yeah, it does kind of smell like NyQuil or Robitussin or something to that effect. Okay, well, it looks like we are not off to the best of starts, but as we've seen in the past, the sniff test only tells us a small piece of the story. So you know what time it is now. Let's go ahead and grab our trusty glass with ice. Best way to enjoy a carbonated beverage, in my opinion. And let's go ahead and fill it up and see what happens next. So, all right, we have our typical caramelized brown color here. Oh wow, okay. That smells a little bit spicier actually. It's tickling the inside of my nostrils, which is not a sentence I ever thought I'd say on camera. Okay, so after the additional post-pour smell there, I'm detecting the pepper. So I'm very curious right now. I do not know what to think about this. There's only one way to find out, so let's go ahead and shoot it back and see what happens. Here's to you. Oh wow, this is kind of difficult to describe. This is good. It is sort of a cherry flavor, but it does kind of heat you up on the way down, almost like Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot did, but not as intense, which is saying something because the Flamin' Hot isn't really that intense. I can tell that there's some warmth happening in my throat right now after I finish taking a gulp. This is very interesting. Okay, so what the best way that I can describe this is it's almost cheerwine cherry. Not quite as sweet, and it does have that sort of lightly spicy aftertaste. But it's not so much a taste as it is a sensation in your throat. So in that sense, it is similar to Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot. But from a flavor standpoint, it's not, if that makes any sense. It's almost like if Cheerwine made a Flamin' Hot, but wasn't as sweet as regular Cheerwine. This is why I love these sort of regional flavors that you can find. They experiment with all these different flavors that you wouldn't ever dream would be in the mainstream space. And from what I understand, this particular flavor has a very long history. It came out in the 1940s, and it seems enough people have liked it that it stuck around for all this time. I guess it was discontinued for a while, but they brought it back. But yeah, call me crazy. I like it. I think it's really good. It's a really interesting experience. It's a good flavor. It's probably not the first thing I would ever think to reach for in order to, enjoy a carbonated beverage, but it's something that I would enjoy with a friend. So if you'd like to try this yourself, unless you're living in the Michigan or surrounding state area, I can't imagine you can just run out to your local convenience store and get it. But you can order it online. The #1 place to find it is summitcitysoda.com. Link to that will be in the description. And of course, obviously, Amazon is your friend. All right, Fizz Nation, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Thank you so much for watching this week. Are you aware of a rarity or an oddity or a new flavor that I have not covered on this channel that you would like to see me try? If so, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.